In an ordinary sofa, in an ordinary room, extraordinary heroes who are standing by to zoom. So wherever they are needed, they are speeding out today. The Numberjacks are on their way. They will help you with your problems. They are waiting for your call. No problem is too big for them. No problem is too small. Things may all be going wrong, but you know where they stop along. The Numberjacks are on their way. The Numberjacks are on their way.
This is a good book.
And this is a good collection of beautiful things.
So I've heard. Lots of times.
Lovely.
If they're so lovely, perhaps you should share them.
Well, that's one for me, and that's one for me,
That's not very fair.
and that's one for me.
3, you're being a little bit selfish.
They are my beautiful things, and if I gave any of them away, they'd be sad. So sad.
They'd probably enjoy the peace and quiet.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but I simply can't share any of my beautiful things.
You can't share anything.
I can. For instance, 6, can I borrow your buddy blocks?
Yes.
Thank you. So, sharing the buddy blocks, like this. 1 for you, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for me. Shared.
Shared, but it's not fair sharing.
Oh, now he wants me to do fair sharing.
That's the whole point. You share things equally, so everyone gets the same. We've got to have the same number. Do it like this. 1 for you, and 1 for me. 1 for you, and 1 for me. And 1 for you, and 1 for me. I've got 1, 2, 3, and you've got 1, 2, 3. Fair shares.
Oh, yeah.
Do you think I could have my fair share of peace and quiet?
No, none of us can. Come on.
Come on, you lot.
Who's calling in?
Agent 28 here.
Go ahead.
Things are going wrong.
But not for long.
It's the children on the beach.
Hold on, I'm putting it on screen.
Sandwiches. Yeah.
And they're sharing them fairly. Oh, yes.
But look,
Oh, no.
she has no sandwiches and the boy has them all.
He's trying.
But it's not working.
This needs sorting out.
So,
So we'll send someone. Don't worry.
thanks, we need your help.
The Numberjacks are on their way. Hey!
And which Numberjack is it?
Today, I think it's going to be me.
So much for fair shares.
We've got a problem, what should we do? Who's going out there? Who do we choose? Here's a problem, needs a fix. Who's going out there?
Number 6.
Good luck, 6.
Checking the room's empty. All clear.
Let's go! 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Looking for a 6. That's the one for us.
Huh. Okay, ready to sort things out.
I could fancy a paddle on that beach.
We've got work to do.
I'm watching out for things going wrong. They seem all right. Oh no!
She's got both spades.
What's going on here?
Agents, call in. Need some help here.
Agent 101 here. Things aren't being shared fairly.
Instead of people having the same number of things each, one person's got all of them.
Yes, that boy had all the sandwiches.
And the girl had both the spades.
Even when they try to be fair, things aren't working out.
6, can you see anything? What weird thing is causing all the trouble?
I can spot something. Look at that spade.
What is it? Going in closer.
Oh, yes. Look, a blob. That's what made the spades go wrong.
And look at the plate. A blob of slime.
Which means...
Yes. Look.
Yucky, yucky.
Getting the data on screen. All you need to know about the problem, Blob.
If you spot a blob of slime, guess what? Big slob can buy. Great, big and blubbery.
Blubbery,
Making trouble is the
blubbery, snobbery problem.
blob.
Yucky, yucky, yuck.
That problem, Blob, is going to take some sorting out.
Yes, and quick. He's been blobbing problems all over the place.
Tell us about it.
The gardener's in a lot of trouble.
Getting it on screen.
He's dividing the plants between the 2 pots.
3 plants in each pot.
That's fair so far.
What's the problem?
Here's the problem. Blobs.
The plants are on the move.
Those plants won't stay divided fairly.
Those pots haven't got their fair shares of plants.
And now the plants are far too crowded.
The problem blob is stopping things being shared fairly.
More problems, more problems.
She's divided her bags up, 2 on each arm.
Checking for blobs.
Spotted some blobs! Spotted some blobs!
Oh no, now the bags aren't shared fairly.
Poor lady.
Mean blob.
Hey, there's a very boring game of football on the beach.
That was an easy goal.
That's because the players have been blobbed. And they're nearly all on one side. 5 against 1?
That's not fair.
If the problem blob keeps stopping things being shared out fairly, anything could happen. There might be 2 bulls with 2 horns each. Then one bull would get 3 horns, and the other bull is left with just 1. Or instead of 2 cars having 4 wheels each, one car would have 6 wheels, and the other car would only have 2. Or instead of 2 clocks with 2 hands each, you'd have 1 clock with 4 hands and 1 clock with no hands, and you couldn't tell the time with either of them. That problem blob has got to be stopped.
Yes. Send me the brain gain and I'll do the job.
We need to share things out fairly.
I'll get the brain game machine going. Powering up.
Brain game to solve the problem. Use our brain. The way to get your brains all linking up together. Join up thinking. Getting brain power now. Brain game.
Share things fairly. Share things fairly.
Share things fairly. Share things fairly.
Fair shares. Fair shares.
Sending brain gain now.
Share the sandwiches fairly. Share the spades fairly. the plants fairly. Share the bags fairly. Divide the players up fairly.
That's better.
We did it!
Hooray!
Hang on. I think there's going to be another problem. Those children and their flippers.
They need to share the flippers out.
But look!
Oh no, they won't share out fairly now.
That's not very fair.
Let's share those flippers fairly.
But there's 3 children to share them.
Oh dear. Now what do we do?
No problem, just share them out equally.
1 each, 1 at a time. That's the way to be fair.
Okay, 1 each, 1 at a time.
1 each, 1 at a time. Yes, 2 each, shared fairly.
We've still got to deal with the problem, Blob. He's near the gardener.
Share out its blobs of slime until they're all gone.
Yes, a blob for every blade of grass in the garden.
That's loads of blobs. Share the blobs. Share the blobs.
A blob for every blade of grass in the garden.
It's using up a lot of blobs.
It's used up all the blobs. He won't be making trouble for a long time. We did it!
Yeah! Yeah! Come back now, 6.
All clear for landing.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
That was scary.
Sharing did the trick.
And we've got it all on screen.
There was trouble with the sandwiches. Not shared fairly. Nor with the spades.
And those plants were a problem. All in one pot.
That lady's bags were a problem too. And so was 5 playing against 1.
We sorted things. Even when 3 people were sharing. 1 each, 1 at a time. He won't be making trouble for a long time. And then something really strange happened.
More.
You were right. It is a good book.
And so is the book that 5's reading to us.
We're sharing books.
3 Numberjacks reading this book.
And 3 Numberjacks reading this book.
Did I hear there's some reading going on? Love a good book.
Yeah, me too.
Which book are you going to read?
Wow. Now there are 8 Numberjacks. If we are all shared out fairly, how many Numberjacks will there be reading each book? Work it out and call the Numberjacks.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0!
The Numberjacks are on their way.
Are you sure it's all right for us to play with your buddy blocks, 5?
Yes, that's fine. Look after them and give them a good time.
Of course they'll have a good time, with me singing to them. La 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 la.
No, I was thinking, 3, I could take them to see the new wires I'm connecting to the launcher.
My songs are lovely.
My wires are brown.
A little song, very musical.
Brown wires? Some of them quite thick?
Oh, you're confusing them for. They obviously want to be entertained by me.
I'll tell you what, 3. We could share the buddy blocks.
I want them all to play with me.
That's not fair. We ought to share them. 1 for me.
And 1 for me.
1 for me.
And 1 for me.
1 for me. Oh.
That's not fair. If you have that buddy block, there won't be 1 for me, and we won't both have the same number. I'd better have it.
Well, I don't think you're being very fair.
Me? I'm the fairest person there has ever been.
I don't think so.
I could get a prize for being fair.
A prize for being loud?
Numberjack 3, the fairest person in the world.
Ah, they're going!
They've gone. That's because you weren't very interesting.
No, it's because we were arguing over sharing them out and they got bored.
And now we haven't got any buddy blocks to play with.
Come on!
We've got an agent calling in.
Hello, Agent 12 here.
What's your report?
Things are going wrong.
But not for long.
2 children are arguing over a ball.
Putting it on screen.
They both want to have it all to themselves.
It's very bad to argue.
Yes, 3.
And I have a feeling things are going to go very wrong.
Okay, we're sending someone out.
Thank you.
Can I go, please?
Why?
Because I'm very good at sorting out arguments.
Well, okay then.
Yes!
Get ready to launch Numberjack 3, who says she's the fairest person in the world.
We've got a problem, what should we do? Who's going out there? Who do we choose? We need to get out there. Who will it be? Who's going out there?
Number
Yes, it's me.
Good luck, 3.
Ready for launch?
Checking the room's empty. All clear.
Let's go!
Finding a 3 to land on. Got a 3.
All right, 3.
Yes. Let me go and sort out arguments everywhere.
More problems.
Agent 44 here. There are problems at the garden centre.
On screen.
Why is everyone arguing today?
More arguing. Look at these girls.
All 3 want the hula hoop for themselves.
3, you've got a lot of work to do.
Don't worry. I can sort things out. Oh!
That bucket's no use to either of them in 2 bits.
Watch out for the hoop.
They won't be able to do much now the hoop's in 3 bits.
The arguing about the footballs is even worse. There are 4 children now. But I'm sure I can sort it. Or maybe not.
The ball's in 4 pieces.
They got a piece. But those bits are no good to play with. What's happening?
Every time the thing ends up in pieces. 2 bits of bucket, 1 bit each.
3 bits of hoop and 4 pieces of ball. 1 piece each for the children.
There's the same number of bits as people.
Someone or something is doing this.
The bits are all very funny shapes.
Oh, and I think I know who could be doing it. Yes, the shape japer.
On screen.
Looks like the shape japer's back. Shaper, she's really very strange. shape. Japer, she loves to make things change. Changing faces, changing size. Changing shapes every single time. Changing shapes is the Japer's game. The shape Japer's bag.
Oh dear. If the shape japer keeps on dividing things up and making them useless, anything could happen. If two children on a seesaw wanted half of it each, the two halves they got wouldn't be any good at all. And if 3 children argued over whose skipping rope it was, a third of a rope each isn't as much fun to play with. And if 4 people argued about who was going to have a bath, a quarter of a bath doesn't do anyone any good.
Come on, we need some brain game to get these things sorted out.
OK, I'll get the brain game machine going.
We'll put the things back together again, and maybe people will stop arguing.
Brain game to solve the problem. Use our brain. Waiting, get your brains all linking up together. Joined up thinking. Getting brain power now. Brain game.
Brain game to put things back together again. Making things whole again.
Sending brain game.
Make it a whole ball again. It's a whole ball. And the children are playing together. A whole hoop. And the children are playing together. The bucket is whole again. And the gardeners are both using it. I said I could stop everyone arguing. I'm just that sort of person. I just like to make everybody happy.
Maybe there's a bit more work for you to do, 3.
Oh no! They're arguing over an apple now.
We've got to stop the shape japer dividing the apple into 2 pieces.
Wait a minute. Maybe it'll be all right.
What do you mean?
This time, let the shape japer split it into 2 pieces.
OK, let's see.
Wow! Sometimes things are fine when they are divided in 2. They can share the apple, half each. See, Japer? Sometimes you don't cause trouble.
There could be trouble in the garden.
Or maybe there won't.
Pizza's ready.
Lovely, thank you very much.
Is it going to be all right this time?
Looks good, yeah.
Yes, 3 people, 3 pieces, 1/3 each.
Yes, sometimes it's fine for things to be split into parts. Sometimes fractions are fine.
More problems with fractions.
Will they argue about sharing the chocolates?
OK so far. Oh, they might argue now.
You think you're causing problems, don't you? Well, you're not. They've each got 1 whole chocolate and a quarter of a chocolate. That fraction of a chocolate is fine.
It's those gardeners again.
Will they share them out all right?
They've got 1 orange each.
They've got 2 each.
They've 2.5 each.
You can't cause trouble anymore, Shape Japer. The fractions are fine.
But she might do. She might make more problems with things that don't work as fractions, like the bucket.
I expect the shape japer wouldn't work very well as fractions.
Well, let's find out.
Sending brain game to divide the shape japer into 2 halves.
halves.
Oh no! She's whole again!
Brain game to divide into 3 pieces. Into thirds.
Whole again!
Divide into quarters.
Did it!
She'll be back causing trouble another day soon.
Till then, come back, number 3.
Well done, 3.
All the arguing stopped in the end. Even if it wasn't thanks to me.
Got it all on screen for you to see.
Half a bucket was no good.
Nor was a third of a hoop.
And a quarter of a ball is no good either.
It was the shape japer dividing things into useless fractions.
But some fractions are fine. Half an apple is great.
So is a third of a pizza each. And 1 1/4 chocolates.
Or 2 1/2 oranges.
And we got rid of the shape japer by turning her into fractions.
Halves.
Thirds!
Quarters. Well, we can't share 5 buddy blocks by having 2 1/2 each.
But we could share them this way. You play with them first, and I play with them later.
I'd like to play all together.
The buddy blocks are playing with us.
We can sit and watch them dancing.
Yeah!
I was just wondering, what things are still useful when you split them into fractions? And what things aren't useful? Think about it. I call the Numberjacks.